Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me to the new start of this week. Well, over the last 5 trading days, the Australian dollar has had many influences which has kept the bulls and bears rather occupied. At one point, the bearish sentiment was nearly overwhelming against the US dollar and nearly took the Australian dollar lower towards that trend line at 75.70. Nevertheless, from the rebound, the market is now showing some struggle in the current levels that we're holding in around 77.50, 60. On the day, I expect to see the bearishness come back into the market and move away from the 78 handle. And also to note is also the 60-day moving average, which is where the market is indicating that we should be looking down towards the region of somewhere around 75 cents at this stage. And if we just pop that in there, you can see that the market is clearly comfortably looking under there, and some selling has been seen since the break underneath that 78 handle. So from the weekly outlook, we are looking immediately towards 76.85 and lower towards a region of 75, 70.85. An interesting pattern here for the euro is the fact that the dollar is taking a little bit of a breather at the moment since its bullish advance. And you can see from the rejection of last week from the double top to the bear case has rejected the neckline. Nevertheless, the market is still at this stage showing some potential bearishness as it retreats from the highs this morning of 60. With the resistance seen at 123.75.80, I do expect to see further weakness into this week. Now, we do have the ECB rate decision coming up, which is unlikely to be any change and keep rates on hold, but it's more about what the statement says. We need to keep a close watch on that. On the day, though, I do expect to see weakness come back into the market and look towards 122.65 and the neckline at 121.80 to 122 to figure. A break beneath there would give further exposure to 118 region. Well, the dollar yen is still a little bit puzzling where we are at the moment, even though it's failed to bounce really. Now, the yen crosses have been relatively strong with the yen leg pushing the market down and also pressuring dollar yen as well. Now, if we move under 105, I am neutral. I don't have a view there. I'd rather wait and see how the market plays out. Resistance on the day, though, is at 106.25.35. So really, in the next 24 hours, we have to see where the market closes. If it's under 105, then we have to reassess. If this is a flag on the dailies, then the British pound is very much set up for a move back towards 137 figure 25 and lower towards 135 as a new objective. Any advances on the day should find a resistance continuing to cap around 138.55. So if we get a break at 137, which I'm expecting, should bring us to 135. But the gold is relatively holding up quite well since the rejection of 1,300 last week. Overall, we shouldn't get too bullish. I think the market will go back to test the lower side of the range, but not break it. Overall, we've still got one more test before the initial move up. So the range on the day, I do expect to see from 1,317 to 26 and a cap around 32. The silver outlook is still very much challenging this trend line around $16.50-70 overall. I wouldn't get too bullish. The risk is that the indicators are quite flat and we could easily see a retest down to that of $16.20, $15.20 where it was recently rejected. So I wouldn't get too bullish. But overall, the broader picture is still very much for a bullish silver case. And to wrap up with oil, well, the market is attempting to recover in front of that $59.25 level. Overall, I expect to see further weakness into the coming week and look for a target of around $60.55 or down to $59.25 with the resistance seen at 62.40.55. So that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me and I hope you have a great start to the new week.